And this is a situation where you've got a market steadily moving higher. Now, anybody looking at this is going to think, yeah, well, we've had 3 days early on in the week, market is moving higher. This all looks good. And this draws people into thinking that come the day after, so following Wednesday, people are thinking, yeah, we can keep this move going. But where the story is changing in a much more subtle way and bringing this back to Delta is what's going on here. And this tells you everything you need to know. This gets highlighted every morning. We do a morning briefing for all of our traders and things like this get highlighted. What's happened is you've got loads of people selling it despite the fact the market hasn't moved. So now you've got lots of people very happy to sell. If you give them the opportunity to sell, if buyers get out of the way and now they have to come and sell, you're going to get a much bigger movement. And so where our traders really perform is picking this story up over the course of 2 or 3 days and recognizing that this opportunity here, this little flag that forms in the morning, is much more significant than any other small flag that you might find. And it's that ability to go, right, I've seen the build up to this, I've heard the briefings, I've seen other traders talking about this idea, and now if we start to drop, I can have a huge amount of conviction that this is going to be a significant drop, that sellers are now going to become much more active, drive this market down and give us a much bigger movement. Trading isn't all about just understanding small patterns, small setups. Trading, the way Axia approaches it, is about a methodology, a process by which you're going to bring in all information, by which you're going to understand the narrative of the way the market is trading, which leads you towards 1, 2, perhaps much bigger trades within a day. Doesn't mean you can't trade these short-term setups, and we've proved that from previous videos. But it's about looking at the bigger story and being able to leverage your opportunity and recognize where the big chance is, where that big move is going to come from. That's all part of the method. This is the kind of thing we teach all of our traders in career programs, any kind of mentoring that we do, is getting people to understand the entirety of what's going on within a market, not the microstructures that allow you to execute a trade on their own. I'll wrap that one up there, guys. If you want to hear more about this sort of wider structures, you want to see more of the stuff that we do in our briefings, click subscribe, follow the channel, subscribe, and you'll get to see a lot more of this. Cheers, guys.